I need to know why there are women who claim to be sex positive are throwing shade at women who are making posts and videos claiming that they practice celibacy. Why are y'all mad? What's really going on here? What is really going on here? That's what we're going to get into in this video, right? So apparently, there are people, particularly women, right? Which is beyond me. But anyway, they are irritated and they are bothered by women posting and creating videos sharing their decision, right, to practice celibacy and abstinence. And they're just sharing their journey and trying to connect with other women about it. You know what I mean? What's wrong with that, right? It's both men and women that have a problem with this. And we know why men are bothered for obvious reasons. We know why the men are upset by women choosing celibacy. But why the women are upset and bothered and triggered, that's what we're going to get into. Because it's very interesting to me, to say the least. Um, they'll start off, I've seen these same women, these passive aggressive women that have a problem with women who are stating and sharing that they're on a celibacy journey. They'll start off by giving their passive aggressive, unsolicited unsolicited correction, what they're calling it, I guess, on the difference between celibacy and abstinence. Now, there are people who are making the or distinguishing the two. You know, from an educational standpoint, there's nothing wrong with that, of course. Nothing wrong with that. I'm talking about the women who are throwing shade and bothered by and making passive aggressive posts um, as a rebuttal to these women's posts and videos about their celibacy and abstinence journey. That's who I'm referring to, right? And while there is a slight difference, time frame wise, because we know that celibacy is more of a permanent decision, right? Long term, and abstinence is more of a short term, okay? They could still be used interchangeably. It's nothing wrong with that because we all know. Let's stop playing here. We all know what women mean, what people mean when they make these posts and sharing that they are celibate and abstinent. We already know what they mean, okay? They're refraining from sexual activity, whether it's all sexual activity or partial. We know what they mean. But because people are so irritated, particularly women, and bothered by women choosing to refrain from sexual activity, they want to hold on to the semantics of it. So I just wanted to throw that out there as um, reiterate the difference between the two, right? And although celibacy and abstinence has been practiced as long as humans have been in existence, I mean, thousands of years, right? Women still seem to be annoyed for some reasons. We're going to get into some of those reasons. And in a tizzy by other women stating that this is what they will be practicing or that they are practicing, right? This whole celibacy abstinence conversation, it really has women in a chokehold, and the women that are in the chokehold are male censored, same women, right? Who have the audacity to call other women pick me's and male censored. Wow. Not unbelievable though. I am not surprised, right? Because a woman chooses to refrain from penetration that makes her a pick me or male censored. That doesn't even make sense. Well, hypocrisy doesn't make sense, right? These people are hypocrites. The women who are upset and bothered and triggered, hypocrites. Hypocrites. And some of the reasons that I have seen and read or seen and heard from these women is as soon as you meet a dude that you really want, you'll be back giving up the cookie. Or you're not doing it for you. You're doing it because you're not getting the results you want from men. Or you're bitter about men. Or yesterday you was just screaming hoe is life. So those are some of the reasons I have seen women saying that this is why women are choosing celibacy. And my thing is, so what? So what? And who cares what a woman's motive or reason is for wanting to abstain from sexual activity? Who cares the reason behind it? A practice that has been going on for thousands of years that human beings have been doing. Who cares? What is your motive? That's the bigger question here. What is your motive and reason for being bothered by these women, right? And I have read and purposely searched posts and videos on celibacy from women, and not one of them were alluding to being better than other women, because a lot of women will claim that, oh, y'all just, you're saying this because you're trying to say that you're better than other women. I have not seen one post that I have, and I've read several on TikTok, um, on the other ad, Facebook. Okay, I haven't read not one post from these women. Now, of course, there are one or two outliers, of course, who purposely make posts to appear better than other women, just to antagonize women and stir the pot. But that's not what's happening on social media. That is not what's happening, right? And these women, they're not even telling other women to practice it. That's another thing. They're not making these posts trying to encourage and impose their um ideas onto other women. They're just simply sharing their journey, sharing their experience, and wanting to connect with other women who can relate, right? And the women that's throwing shade at them, check this out. These are the same women who make multiple posts. Side chick versus wife, single woman versus married woman, all under the guise of liberating women with the truth, sharing truths, spreading awareness, please. And then when a woman challenges their opinion, they have the audacity to call them triggered, right? Same women that claim to advocate for women having autonomy and being sexually liberated. Same women shading women for doing just that, for reclaiming their autonomy and liberation. You can't win with these type of chicks because they're not being truthful. They're liars. You can't win with them. They're hypocrites and liars. And they're miserable. There's a miserable element in tone. They're tone deaf. They can't even hear themselves when they're typing out these posts online. They're completely unaware of what they're sending out. People like me, we could pick it up. We could see right through it, right? So women are not making these posts to appear better than you, whoever this applies to. That's how you're receiving it, right? You have more inner work to do. You got more inner work to do, ma'am. Ma'am, you have more inner work to do. You feel like these women are making posts and you feel like they're making them because they want to appear better than you need to look in the mirror and figure out why. That woman don't think she's better than you. You think that. They're receiving these women's posts as an affront to their being. They feel insulted and attacked, right? And then some of them will hide behind purity culture. Oh, this is why they're doing it. They're submitting to purity culture. They're submitting to the patriarchy. When it's well understood, we're not going to hide behind that. It's well understood that sexual predators, males with lust demons, right, and violent tendencies, it's well understood that they will target and attack women who are dressed modestly, covered from head to toe, who are in church, religious, whatever. So we all know and understand that purity culture does not prevent predators from becoming aroused, sexually aroused by any type of woman, regardless of what she's wearing or her lifestyle. So you can't hide behind that. Okay? You cannot hide behind that. And I definitely support and advocate for celibacy and abstinence, even while in a relationship, right? Especially in this hypersexual culture that we're in. Okay, so I'm definitely a supporter and an advocate of it. So women are just simply sharing their experience, and also I enjoy hearing them speak on the benefits of it, of celibacy and abstinence. And my thing is, why is it triggering to hear women speak about the benefits of celibacy and abstinence, right? To hear them speaking about the mental, spiritual, emotional benefits of celibacy and abstinence. Why is that triggering to hear, right? I mean, women are saying that they are experiencing a heightened sense of discernment. That's very important. If you claim to be about women's liberation, women empowerment, women reclaiming their autonomy, then you should know and understand that discernment is one of the main ingredients of that. We talk about, again, I think I mentioned this in another video. We talk about vetting men. Well, you need discernment to do that. You need discernment in any area of life, especially when it comes to exchanging your body, right? Exchanging your temple with another human being. You need discernment because there's a lot of spiritual, not only physical, we know the physical implications, right, of lacking discernment, but there's also mental, emotional, and spiritual implications of that. So women expressing how they have a heightened sense of discernment, that's a flex. What are y'all talking about? Right? Women are also expressing how they are becoming more introspective. That is shadow work. That is them looking within, asking themselves questions about the choices that they've already made as it pertains to sex. Right? They're also expressing how it's helping them to gain self mastery. Why are y'all mad? Why look within, man, and ask yourself why you're mad. Ask yourself why you're irritated, right? And then you have the whole Roe versus Wade debacle, right? Another benefit of women choosing celibacy and abstinence, right? Who doesn't want to mitigate the risk of an unwanted pregnancy, right? And then with the recent statistics that are out about the large number or the uptick of new HIV cases, positive cases, right? We don't really know if those numbers are exaggerated or whatever, but they're out there. And we already know that this is a thing, right? STDs. I mean, those are just a few that I can come up with off the top of my head as the benefits, right? So it's very telling why you have women who claim to be empowered, who claim to be sex positive. Sex positivity isn't just about being able to be promiscuous, neither. I mean, at least I didn't think that's what it was about. I thought it was also about a woman's autonomy to choose what she's going to do with her temple, even if that means refraining from sex, even if that means, not engaging in sexual activity while in a relationship, even, right? That's what I thought it was, you know? But it makes sense though why women are bothered. One of the main reasons is that women are in these type of women, because I don't want to say women as if this is a general thing. I don't want to make any sweeping blanketed statements about women because I don't like that, right? We know not all, but I don't like speaking like that. Okay. These type of women are bothered and triggered by these women who are choosing an alternative lifestyle from them, because again, women are in constant these type of women are in constant competition. It's always about one up in the next woman with them, and especially when it comes to men and sex, because they're the pick-me's. They're sitting up calling women pick-me's all day. It's them. They can't even see it. It's them. It's a us versus them thing. Again, that's why they're always making posts about single women versus married women, side chicks versus the wife. And then they'll do it under the guise of, well, we're just trying to liberate women. We're just shedding light on something so that you could be empowered. Bullshit. Bullshit. Because if that was the case, you wouldn't be irritated and triggered by women who are choosing celibacy. Even if you think they're lying about it, who cares? Why are you invested even in the reasoning behind her saying that? Oh yeah, and another reason they say is oh well, this is just going to be a trend for you like a whole phase was. I wouldn't give a damn if it was a trend. Good. This needs to be a trend. Oh yeah, this needs to be a trend. We need some balance around here. We need balance, right? We have enough women out here um, who are claiming to be sex positive, right? Who even encourage promiscuity. And again, if that's how another woman want to live, hey, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. I shared the post about this on the other app, you know? What Jay-Z say in his song? What you eat don't make me shit. What another woman does with her life, with her body, that's on her. But I think it's important as well that we have balance. Balance and nuance matters, right? So these women that feel triggered and bothered by women choosing celibacy and abstinence, it's almost like they're feeling personally attacked. And I was just talking to my sister about this on a post that I shared. A lot of women are feeling attacked, personally attacked, because of the choices that they have made and that they are currently making, right? Maybe they don't have the strength that these women have to refrain from sexual activity. Maybe they don't have it in them. It could be a number of different reasons, right? Could be a number of different reasons. Um, so again, to be bothered by all of this, you really have to look in the mirror. You have work to do. These women are saying that they have a heightened sense of introspection and they're developing self mastery by choosing celibacy. That is a beautiful thing, especially in the times that we're in, especially, right? Even with teenage girls exposed and boys exposed to all type of debauchery on social media. It's important for women to make these public posts and videos. I'm so happy. I'm glad. I'm grateful for that. And if you're really, and I said this too in my post, if you are truly and genuinely um okay and content and happy with your lifestyle choices, you would not be bothered by another woman's. And you would not feel like this woman making these public declarations and claims, whether you believe her or not, that should not be an affront to your being or an insult to you. You have a lot of work to do, right? Women want more meaningful connections. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? Celibacy is a path to that. I believe that is a path for a more meaningful connection. They're not with the casual sex thing or like that. And I'm very proud of Gen Z because it's a lot of them that are on this right now. They're on this type of time, and I am so glad. Oh my goodness. I am so glad to hear this, especially with me having a teenage daughter. You know, I'm so glad that this is what's going on social media. I wouldn't give a damn if it's a trend or not. We have to start somewhere, right? You know, a lot of women they're growing tired of superficial relationships and they're tired of feeling used, right? It's bad enough with the advent of social media. It has a almost a robotic element to it. The human interaction has become reduced, right? This is why a lot of younger people maybe lack social skills, right? Because they're communicating with other people their age, their peers, on a computer all day, right? Online, without really having to face each other. Okay? So these women, they are caring more for their mental, spiritual, and physical health. This is very important. And for anyone to feel triggered by this, that's something that you really need to examine. Okay? You need to mind your business and examine yourself. Go back to one. Sometimes you have to go back to the drawing board. It's okay. We all have to do it. No matter how evolved you think you are, how much work you think you put in, sometimes you have to go back to one. Go back to the drawing board. Go back to your playbook, right? There's nothing wrong with that. I even read one young woman say that the reason why she even had a whole phase to begin with is because she was a people pleaser, right? And she didn't even realize that about herself until she decided to become celibate. Man, that's a flex, man, for real. That's a flex, especially for people who are growing up in social media era. That's a flex all day long. I don't care what none of y'all hating chicks say. Ma'am, go back to the drawing board, examine why you're feeling some type of way. And other young women have said that when they chose to become celibate or abstinent, they realized that they were codependent. And that's the reason why they were having reckless, meaningless, casual sex to begin with. This is a beautiful thing. I love to see it, right? So, yeah, that's why you're mad. That's why you're mad. That's why you're in your feelings, okay? That is why. Um, Thank y'all for tuning in. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Peace.